about now plan A, where we have a mutual fund portfolio, equity mutual funds, debt mutual funds. Especially coming to the equity mutual funds, we have a very robust process how we create a mutual fund. We have one of the largest team who create the mutual funds, and that's what we talk about. A common question which we keep on getting, especially in this time, Feroze, is about when you have done this exercise last year, why are you changing again? I mean, why do you have to change the process? Why have to change the schemes every 1 year? I'm sure such questions even your ultra HNI customers must be asking this.
Yes, they would definitely ask this question. Ultra HNI will ask, or HNI.
And implementing changes is very tedious job for every year.
So we don't focus on Ultra HNI, which is one of the core courageous decision of a wealth management outfit. We don't like people who are more than 50 crores because they're so cost conscious that they don't respect relationships and they never take value. They're only after cost. Of course, we have 16% of assets coming from Ultra HNI. Now, will this question come in Ultra HNI? Big time. Now, I would explain it. See, last year is an aberration. Last year, the markets went through a very large differential, last year, 2 years. So, full-fledged exercise is needed. When things have been reasonably static, there's nothing which has dramatically happened. There have been years where there's a 5% change, which means in 20 years you will change the full 100. Correct? अगर 5% चेंज करेंगे तो 20 साल लगेंगे ना पूरा पोर्टफोलियो चेंज करने। 5% की चर्न रेशियो का भी साल था, 30% की रिटर्न रेशियो का भी साल था, राइट? चर्न रेशियो इन चेंजिंग द स्कीम। आज 30% कर रहा हूँ because it has been very dynamic situation. Now last year also we made some changes, but look at the changes, and you would be, I'm sure, I don't know whether enough armory can be given to you. We can still give you more armory. So point one is, in normal years you will change 5% average, which means that in 20 years my portfolio will change completely. In an average year, let me be generous and say 10% change तो होगी। अब 10% चेंज कर रहा हूं तो भी उनको लग रहा है कि चेंज कर रहा हूं, पूरा पोर्टफोलियो बदल दिया तो चेंज कर रहा हूं, राइट? 10% बदल रहा हूं नॉर्मल साल में। अगर समथिंग ड्रामेटिक हैपेंस, आई विल चेंज 30%। Why is that? Because you have to also acknowledge that funds are cyclical. Funds are cyclical, right? Take different examples. Mirai, okay, which we picked in 2013 when it was only 800 crores. Shweta Rajani, whom I have worked with for 12 years in Religare as well, and she's been in the system as the mutual fund head for 10 years. For the last 14-15 years, she has only seen mutual fund, nothing else in her life. So bread, butter, jam, सब उसका mutual fund ही है, right? So that lady chose Mirai when it was 800 crores in 2013, and I went on television and said it. The anchor after in the interview said, कुछ पैसे खाएंगे तो इतना मार्केट क्यों कर रहा है मिराई? 800 crore का। I'm telling you, when the break he asked me this question, I said, भाई, it is good. It is 800 doesn't mean that it will not become. So today it's 1 lakh, but has it continued to deliver? It has not continued to deliver. And does it have the future potential to deliver? In our analysis, the answer is no. So it has to go, right? No love lost. HDFC equity fund, the oldest equity fund of India, right? Prashant Jain has treated it as a baby, and 25 years he has managed it. May 2014, Shweta says, "Isko bech do." Prashant Jain called me and said, "तुमने इतना 2 पेज क्यों बनाए मेरे फंड पे? बेचना था तो बेच देते। पेज बना के फ्लोट कर दिया, सब लोग यूज कर रहे हैं वो पेज।" 2014, she said exit. Okay, very courageous decision. The largest fund in India, she says exit and makes a 2-pager PDF. Okay, of course they said that this is not right, so we took the flap. 2014 say the same fund. I'm taking this example because she said enter in January 2020. If you analyze this, 2 pockets of the same fund, you will realize that in that 5-6 years where she had said exit, it has been one of the worst large cap category. Now it is in the flexi cap category funds. From 2020 January, it has been one of the best flexi cap schemes with an alpha on Nifty of 9%. In that period, he underperformed. So will we catch all these cycles perfectly? The answer is no. Is there an aspiration to catch? The answer is yes. Can all decisions go right? The answer is no. When I give a 11 fund portfolio to a client, upfront I tell him 2 of them are going to be duds. Mark my words. 2 of them are going to be duds. I don't know which are the duds. Shweta doesn't know which are the duds. But as a 11 scheme portfolio, can I generate you 2% more than Nifty? Hopefully, with a 80-90% chance. So never sell a scheme as a scheme, because that's like chasing your own tail. We will never be able to. Einstein can also not have 11 scheme portfolio, all of them good, to my mind, right? So if you contextualize the percentage change, a person is able to appreciate that I'm not changing the full portfolio. अगर मैं 30% भी बदलाऊंगा तो 4 साल में portfolio बदल देगा. 1 साल में तो पूरे 100% नहीं बदला रहा हूँ ना. But I'm doing a rigorous exercise of 3 months every year, right? And if we can avoid the change, we try our best to avoid the change. Actually 50% की change आई थी.
Correct.
To be honest, we spend, okay, you will not believe the kind of seriousness we attach to this, because आप 2 ही चीजें कर रहे हो ना, 2 ही चीजें कर रहे हो तो और काम ही नहीं है. अगर इस पे काम नहीं करेंगे तो फिर फुर्सत हो जाएगी. So every Friday, okay, a group of 12 people meet for 3 hours. Rakesh sir?
Every Friday.
Every Friday. Me, Shweta, top 5 private bankers of ours. I'm not saying top 5 in chronological order, but top private bankers of ours. 3-4 Shweta members team. We spend 3 hours every week. Okay, if you want snippets of the recording, you will see the kind of nitty-gritty which is seen, detail which is seen, right? We have a concept which is beautiful to my mind, of course, is comparing ourselves. Okay, I'll just end here. Sorry, Rathi.
No,
please.
It's important. Yeah.
Like last year, our 10 scheme portfolio didn't deliver the objective. हमने क्लाइंट को बोला कि 2 से 3% निफ्टी से बीट कर देंगे. क्या ये हुआ? नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि यूक्रेन वॉर के बाद स्मॉल कैप मिड कैप बहुत नीचे आ गए. यूक्रेन वॉर तक सब ठीक था, 3-4% का अल्फा आ रहा था निफ्टी पे. Once this happened, March 31st, which is an important day, it recorded only a 1.13% alpha. Did I meet the objective? The answer is no. Was the client expecting a 2% better than Nifty after cost? Did he get it? The answer is no. There's another benchmark which we call the passing mark, which is अगरचे मैं last year past performance के आधार पे बेहतरीन schemes खरीदता, if I would have chosen schemes on the basis of past performance, best schemes, I would have got -1% alpha.
Is that?
That's called human portfolio.
Correct.
We call it human portfolio. We have a concept called God portfolio. We have something called devil portfolio. We have something called human portfolio. The nomenclature used seems very childish, but it was the best way to communicate what we implied. If God was creating on 1st April, not Shweta Rajani, he would know which are the best 11 schemes. He would have bought the 11 schemes.
Correct.
Where would you be? If devil created, he would have definitely tried to create doomsday for us. He would have chosen the worst 11 schemes, given the same constraints. How would a human create a portfolio? How would value research create the portfolio? How will money control create the portfolio? On the basis of past performance. So that's the human portfolio, which is the industry practice. So as long as I pass the human portfolio test, and if I'm closer to God and farther from devil, then I'd say it's mine. So first objective is to meet 2%. If I can't do that, I feel very sad. I say sorry to client. Then I check relatively whether I'm closer to God or closer to devil. Did I at least beat past performance basis mutual fund? This gets checked every week. Saying that God ki schemes ne kya kiya last week. So
this is as Feroze very rightly explained. It's one of the most complex things to do, to select the right schemes, and how much work goes in it. I think now you would have really understood and appreciated the amount of efforts required to go into it, the number of variables to be looked at it. It's just not simple कि भाई पुराना देख लो उसमें हटा लो. It's not simple. And also, now of course churning doesn't give any advantage. But let me also tell you that our policy, churning earlier, people used to churn because, upfront 2% फिर मिलेगा, 3% मिलेगा. We were the first in the industry to change from front to trail system when it was not SEBI directed. We had to negotiate with the mutual funds कि हमको भाई trail ही चाहिए. We realized that we should not give an opportunity to anybody, even in the organization, to do something wrong just because you are, can make some more revenue.
Upfront.
कि 2% उसको बेच के कर दो.
Correct.
Years back, I think more than even when this upfront was happening, more than I think 12 years back, Business Standard did a study of the churn, that how much the mutual fund distributors were doing the churning. And I'm glad to tell you, we were the lowest at that time, 13% in that entire survey which they did. I think belief is very simple, that be customer centric, work in the interest of the customer, keep that in mind, and everything will fall in place. I think the customer satisfaction, the trust will come. So all these things we have done over a period of years. Again, learning is a part of the process of life. Learning कभी जिंदगी में वही खत्म नहीं होती. कितना ही साल आप काम कर लो, you still are, should be able to learn, willing to learn. So I think this selection of mutual fund portfolio is the most complex thing to do. Far more complex doing, if you're selecting a stock, you're just concentrating on one company. Here, every mutual fund has got 30, 40, 50, 60 stocks. So taking a view on everything combined is a very difficult thing.